Well, I'm still a little bit not 100%, but getting better.
That's
Uh,
good.
yeah, the flu was really tough. It's 3 weeks. Still there. It got into my whatever it is. Getting old is not really easy, right? It's like a tough time. It's like it
My d-
used to be like one day and I was good, and now 3 weeks. What is that?
my dad used to say that getting old's not for sissies.
Yeah, well, I heard that from many people, but he's definitely was right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's definitely not. When you think about the hard time, like Melanie, for you hard time, well, think about it will be 10 times worse when you are our age. So it's better do it now. Better to really conquer the mountain now. Okay, then at least you have the mountain behind.
Thanks for the motivation.
You're
or
welcome.
you just do it like I do. I don't believe in getting sick.
Oh, all right, that's really good. Um, you know, we thought about like never really getting the flu shots because if it's well, you need to build the system. But after now, I don't know. But my client, he took all the flu shots and everything, and still got sick the same way as we. So
Mm, It's hard.
yeah, that's maybe doesn't mean maybe you have to go through it. All right, let's go to the happy body. How is the happy body? How is the practice? What's going on? Any questions to me? The practice is pretty much set, right? You know what to do. How is
Yeah.
then self coaching is? How is the self regulation and coaching? And
Well, for
Well,
me, I fight it. Um, I probably do it maybe 4 days a week. I know I would like to be in a situation where I love doing it like you do, but I can spend all day doing the strategic stall before I actually do it. But but um, I feel like I'm in a totally different place physically than I was when I started, and that's a great thing. So um, the yeah, so I have nothing to complain about.
the physical got better.
Tremendously better.
What did
Um,
get better?
I'm sorry.
What did get better?
Well, I was shocked that the first time that I tried to do the workout, I was wiped out all day and I barely got through one, the first one of the six of the first of the three sets. And now
Right.
I'm able to do them without any trouble. Um, there are other things that I should be doing better, dietary and all wise, which would make it easier. But now I feel muscles where there weren't muscles. I've got flexibility where I didn't have flexibility, and I've also added in the last couple of weeks. I've added a chiropractor to try to help me with some flexibility and some stuff, and so I'm doing a couple of things there. And so no, and when I started yours, I did it. I kind of bastardized it a bit because, but with a guy by the name of Peter Attia, who I also I'm in his program for the year. They do a bunch of dietary stuff and all as far as nutrition, nutrients, and stuff like that. So between your exercise and his nutrition supplements kind of stuff. and adding the chiropractor and some other things. I feel, I'm not in great shape, but I'm sure like night and day from where I was. And I thought I was in pretty good shape, in decent shape before, um, and I didn't realize how bad I was until I did your group of workouts. But they've been a big help.
Fantastic. So, how old are you, Bill?
I'm 72, 72.
Yeah, well, in my age.
Yep.
Um, so one thing that you can add to it, that sounds really good, everything. One thing that you can add is that you really need to fight that it's daily. So that you do daily. Like once you make something daily, that it will be difficult not to do it.
The problem I have is that I'm I don't work anymore, but I'm still in so many different places because I'm either going to you know moving to traveling to my kids' homes, or traveling myself, or going to another home that I have or whatever, and um, I find it most easily done when I'm here in my gym in the house, because I like the privacy of it. I like the familiarity of it. I've got all the things that I need there, and it's just harder for me to do it when I don't have the stuff, or when I have to do it in not a private space.
Yeah, it is hard for everyone when we travel. We are in different elements, so everything our self-control battery burns out very fast because everything is new. So we have to appropriate everywhere what to do and how to do it, and so on. So we are dealing constantly with things that we don't deal with in our home. Even decisions, you go on a plane, which terminal and where the Uber and where, and all of it is decision making in action. And then those decisions can wear us out. It burn this resilience out of us, and then we are tired mentally, and then we don't want to do anything. So we need really strong principles when we travel. So we usually have, when we open the door to the room in a hotel, before you do, you decide that you imagine you go in, put your luggage up, you put the towel, and you start the happy body without the weights. You don't have the weights, fine, or 2 bottles of water, and you go through the system. So if you go through the system, that of course will release any accumulation of problems in your body because of traveling. And the other is that you do it during that day, so it will add to compound, improvement that we get when we do it every day. And your mind also gets better too. We feel better if we do things and not when we don't. So next time when you travel or you go to other people, just lock yourself in the room, and the first thing, do the happy part. With hands, go through the motion and motions of flexibility, and treat it as the release, and like we call it internal massage in athletics. And eventually, when you make it daily, and you do daily like we do, then it's almost impossible not to do,
Yeah.
because it's a daily. It's like, yeah, like you eat or you brush your teeth. It's it's not anymore that you would complain that you do it or not to do it. You just go and do it because it becomes a normal activity of the day. And that's why it's daily. That's why every day. because it's 4 days, 5 days. It's erratic, and eventually can really become 3 and 2 and disappear out of your life.
Mhm.
And that is the danger. So you have to play this music of the happy body, and then your body as the instrument will improve because of it, because it's a live instrument. So it's a skill. The body learns the skills, and the mind starts liking it. So there's a lot of positive things about doing something daily.
I understand that.
Yeah. Okay. So try to incorporate that into your life slowly, right? But consistently forward from 4 days to 5 days and start fighting 5 days. And then once you integrate that, we go to six, like it's a micro progression. So then, and it really doesn't matter how much time it takes, but it's a forward thing. You want 5 days and not four. And then it's all the time in the brain that message that you want 5 days and not four. And that's already a good thing because eventually you will have 5 days. And when it's after it is integrated, you can move to the either enjoy it for a while and then go to the 6 days and then seven. And then becomes your really hygiene for your body. It means every day you add some oil here and there, move it around, and the body likes it because the body does it every day, and it's easy to restart it. It's kind of what we need the restart. Um, I was a fireman, and when it was uh, during the night, the alarm that we ran to the uh, to our engine, and it was quick. It was seconds, right? When we jump out of the bed, yeah, it was like in 2 seconds I had already shoes on. So it's that speed that when we are young and we do something familiar, it's really help us to be even better and better. So when you do something familiar, no matter what uh, time of the day or night, you will be okay. The body will find very fast the way into it. Now, of course, it would be not as easy today to go into the fire department and do the stuff. But who knows, right? I am still in a really good shape, so I could be even better than that many of them, even they are in 20s. But that's the whole thing, that mountain behind what I said. You have to have that mountain behind you. You keep practicing and improving, and you have this compound interest. And that compound interest is like, saving money. And suddenly you have 1 million, right? But you were, putting aside $50, $100, and so on for 30 years, and then you have it. So, and it's like a training. It accumulates itself on the accumulation of the yesterday, and that is really important thing to create. That's how we create more, better. Well, thank you for uh, sharing with us your situation, and also sharing the good stuff and the stuff that needs to be get better.
Yeah.
Melanie,
Well,
anything good?
thank you both, because Bill, I can relate where I got Jersey. I talked to you last week about setting up my room, and artwork. We hung artwork on the wall, and we got your poster up. I'm gonna send after pictures. Um, so I have my favorite things in there. My favorite chair. So
Good.
and I made it warm in there. So it's really getting a lot more appetizing or
Very nice. Very
appealing.
more pleasant, right?
Yeah.
So one
But
thing that you can do, because what we did, we frame our poster
oh
with
yeah.
a really nice frame. You can go to the frames store and you buy the ready frame, and there you can fit in. And that's what we did. Or you make it very nice, and that is more expensive, but you can really get a really nice frame, and it's a lot of better on the wall, more pleasant than it's just a piece of paper there.
Yeah. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, look at that. Framing is a very interesting art, because it is art by itself. I understand that we had a lot of painters that we had friends, and they said that the framing is like another art, that they spend time to actually frame something. So all our frames, when I look, they go through, uh, they were frames that they're not ready, but the frames that some of them, but when something is a piece of art, then we more look into the nice framing. Even like a framing uh, like this, you can see that it is a nice frame, right? And it's like really difficult is to fit into the size of the frame, the shape of the frame, and the color of the frame, and on and on. Sometimes I spend an hour or two in the framing store to really find the right frame and the right way how to frame a piece of art.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
And sometimes it's not a piece of art. It can be something like. So this is, for example, my grandma, right? See,
Uh-huh.
and it took really a while for us to find the right framing into it, and order the frame. And you see, when you have when you frame a piece of art or a picture that you care for, that you respect it, you like it, and also it's a good energy to have. You also pay for whatever you need to pay, and then it feels better. You just put it on the wall and you start really liking it.
Yeah. What stopped me is the process of finding the right frame and paying for it.
But
Yeah.
that's what you can learn through the process. You see, trust yourself. What you really like. Do not follow the too much advice of the people that they are there. Just more explore all the frames and feel which one really feels for you the best, and follow that one. Then frame it.
Okay. Well, so that's really helped me. But like I procrastinate, like resist doing it like Bill was saying, because I need to make like the pleasurable movements, because I feel like a robot, breathing and move.
Well,
I
we feel like a robots anyway, in many ways, like not only, while exercising, but while speaking too.
Yeah.
We read, uh, we don't read really well, we read fast like information, we get irritated, we want to finish already the book. So it's not really a pleasant thing to do, right? So, it's like any poem that you can read.
Yeah, I want a poem for this. I need to change my approach because I won't show up because this resistance very well. I won't show up very well. Yeah.
Well, if you really connect to the pleasure, then you will want to show
That's
up.
That's what I want to do is create pleasure with it.
Yeah. So when you choose the frame, then you choose the frame that you really like, that is pleasurable for you. Not really the frame that somebody says it's good frame for that picture.
Yeah.
Right?
I see that process, but I need to bring that to the daily routine to make it automatic. Yeah.
Yes. And also the pleasure of the movement, you have to find the pleasure in the movement. So how fast you go that you feel pleasure, and then you need to find it. And once you find it, then you want to repeat it.
Okay.
All right. And follow your pleasure movement, your timing, because it's more important than anybody's timing. If I give you for flexibility 15 seconds, but that's only flexibility for 15 seconds for the repetition for the flexibility, but it doesn't mean that you cannot do it in 20 seconds or 10 seconds. It's your really pleasure. You are the final one that it has to come from you decision. Yeah. That's why it's that self-coaching. That's why it's that adaptation and feeling better when we are accountable and we are choosing it. It's not that everybody tells you or Jersey is telling you.
Yeah.
The force has to come from you to do it.
That's what I haven't done very well, so I need to switch over to that.
Yes. So, and then you have to find your pleasure, right? Where is it? And if you find it, you can find it in reading, you can find it in putting things together, you can find it in business and whatever work, and you can find the rhythm that is, fulfilling at that time, feels good.
Mm-hmm.
And, there is also skill of kind of a general skill of acting, let's say, right? When actors come and they do the act, the scene, and so on. So if we feel it, well, that was a good one. But if we don't, that's not a good one. So whether it's fast or whether it's slow and how it's said, it all of it matters.
Mm-hmm.
Does the actor enjoy it? Well, that is depends of the actor, right? Because you can be great actor and presenting for us great performance, but it can be a miserable actor too. So that's like you still the actor make a choice on their own well-being and on their own feeling good or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I met some artists that they were miserable artists and they had really created beautiful art, amazing art. But they were also miserable people.
Mm.
So, some of them, like, I don't know, Dali or beat his wife or, just did also horrible things. And somehow the art didn't prevent becoming a horrible person. That's why after the World War II, it was a problem with poetry in general because the idea was if the arts, the music and poetry and painting in Germany, and it was really, really, high end art and a lot of artists. And if that art didn't help us, then what's going on? So it was for artists, it was the time to restore the art, to reclaim it, to start connecting to art in a different level.
Mm.
There was a Rózsevich poem about bread and the action of cutting the bread and preparing breakfast. So the poem goes something like, "Here's the bread. I put the bread. I see the knife. Take the knife. I cut the bread." And it's an appreciation of the simple life.
Mm.
But what else is there, right? So, and here is that appreciation of your life to yourself, and the practice that a practice is whatever you do in life is practice, no matter what. So it can be conscious practice or just if you live life without any practice and a mental cognitive practice, then still it's practice. That's how you live life.
Mm-hmm.
And you can improve that practice, or it can be as it is. So, there is a way of improving our art and in life. And once we improve that, we create. And like Viktor Frankl said, our purpose of life is to create. So how do you create the way of doing the happy body? You add your way, you see.
Mm-hmm.
This is the way how you do it, how you frame a picture. It has to be your way, because that is your creative side in action, and that's why we feel better.
Yeah, my husband framed a picture for me, and I said, no, that's not. I want a beachy frame, so we reframed it, and I like it more now. So
That's
that was
good.
nice. Yeah.
Well,
So
it's good. You see, that's your picture. That's you. You didn't have a good feeling, so
yeah,
you changed the frame, and it was a good action. So you don't stay with something that you do not like. You need to
yeah.
change
Well,
it.
I liked part of it, but getting getting the routine and wanting to show up, I was not doing well with. So that really helped me what you went over.
Okay, I look forward to see the picture of your place,
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
with
take a.
a poster frame.
Oh, that might take a little while, but I'll
Okay.
um yeah, I'll have to work on that. Um, but what poem were you going to read?
Oh, I was just wanted to give you an example how you read that there is no feeling behind at all, and how you read when you know you can read with irritation in the voice, so you can read with the pleasure of reading, right? So
Okay.
I had this poem where mountains begin to rise. So you can read this poem. I would just read only one stanza. You can read
Which
like
book is it in? What?
When mountains begin to rise. And you can read it like I will read it, like you read for just for information. Mary came back from Hawaii, where she attended an inspirational retreat. For 3 days, she listened and finally learned how to move mountains. Okay, you read it, right? But also, you can read it to feel every word, to give every word time. And when you do it, it's easier for us to imagine, to go into that place, to feel the place, to what's going on, connect to that. So you can read it that way.
Yeah.
Mary came back from Hawaii, where she attended an inspirational retreat. For 3 days, she listened and finally learned how to move mountains. Okay? So, so it's like reading is no different than doing anything else. It feels better when you connect to it and make it pleasurable. Instead of using it as information, it is now experience, not only information, education, but experience. But the poem, it's about experience. It's about experiencing what really happens. And through these experiences, when negativity is in the poem, it can help the person to feel it, to surface it, name it, talk about, and release it. Make it a part of life that is known and not anymore hidden. Okay, guys. Time for the word of the day. Who has the word? Bill?
Continue.
Continue. Yes, continue is good. Continue is already good. I tell my clients the only way that you can fail when you come here is you stop coming.
Yep.
Continue. Yes, continue is important factor. If you continue, it means you will figure this out this way or that way. Something will happen because you continue to do it. You continue the 5 days routine, right? And then, after months, the 5 days becomes normal. And then you continue the other one, the next one. But continue is important. It's the worst thing is not to continue. Yes, that's alternative is not a good idea. So continue is a good idea. Alania?
Oh, frame.
Frame. Yeah, what do we with frame, right? You can frame so many things. You can frame also the way you talk about your experiences from doing the Happy Valley, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the slower you are with it, the more you will connect to what is the experience that you are getting when you are actually doing it. And once you see that it's about experience, not exercise, then you will have a chance to find the joy and the pleasure of movement.
Yeah, that would be something to explore, look forward to, and practice.
All right, so my word would be integration. So we need that practice, building the habit, and the habit becomes integration. And from one hard choice to the other hard choice, right? So it's like never ending. From 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, and 7, it ends. Actually, it ends. And then something else comes in once you have 7 days, and we will find out that something else will matter at that time. And that could matter, how your flexibility is working, how strong you are, how fast you do. Some other things will come and ask for improvement. And that's how it goes. Constant improvement. Good?
Good.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Bill.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
Will you send the recording from last week and this week?
I think
Will
I
you-
sent it. I don't know if I had it, but I think I sent it.
I didn't see it, but I know you
Let me
don't
see
feel
even
well,
if I
so
had it, right? Because I
yeah.
was sick, so I don't know if I tape it. But I look into it.
I think you did, but I know you don't feel well, so take care of yourself. So
All right. Thank you. Bye,
right.
guys.